Ryan sighed, reading another article about her husband being in a relationship with his current co actress. Well, it was nothing new for her. She got used to it. Media has a habit of exaggerate things. Two celebrities working together means they were a thing, according to them. She had come across updated articles like this since he became an actor. These type of rumors never affected her before because she knows that he had his heart devoted to her from the high school days. They both were high school sweethearts and now married for more than a year. But now these rumors have provoked her insecurities, and him not introducing her as his wife was icing on the cake. This actress was famous and beautiful, and she was not so famous writer. She can't help but compare herself to them. What if he left me one day? These type of thoughts were troubling her. Turning off the article page, she stared at her mobile wallpaper. It was her and Jimin's picture together on bed. She smiled and kissed the picture with her thumb. She locked the phone and went to calm her mind. She went to the small piano room that Jimin himself designed for her. Playing piano is the another thing she likes other than writing. It was her escape from the daily problems. When anxiety hit her hard, she used to spend hours playing piano. Vian settled down on the chair and gently traced the piano keys. She closed her eyes, tapping her fingers on it, creating a beautiful melody. She didn't remember how much time she sat there trying to stop her futile thoughts, but this time it didn't work either. She stopped and opened her eyes. She was surprised to see Jimin sitting on the single couch placed there. He smiled and clapped his hands. That was amazing. When did you come? Half an hour ago. Oh, she glanced at the wall clock. You are early today. It's not even 6. He got up off the couch and moved towards her. She stood up off her chair. He engulfed her in his arms and kissed her hair. I missed you. Me too. She pecked his chest just above where his heart was beating. He broke the hug and kissed her forehead. You said you had photo shoot. I wanted to spend some time with you, so I postponed it. And what excuse did you make? That I am not feeling well and my body needs rest. Wine tried to smile, but it didn't reach her eyes. Jimmy noticed it but didn't say anything. You go and change. I'll make you coffee till then. She went from there without saying any other word. He looked at her retreating figure. He wasn't blind to not see her odd behavior. He was early to talk to her, to ask her if something was bothering her. Jimin came out of the bathroom wiping his face with a towel. He had already changed his clothes. Wine was sitting on the couch waiting for him. Two coffee cups were placed on the table. Jimin walked towards her and kissed her cheek before sitting beside her, taking his cup in his hands. He took a sip and moaned at its taste. Wow, this is all that I needed now. Her lips curved upward a little. He sighed and placed the cup back on the table. He grabbed her both hands in his, which made her look at him. What is it, Vian? What is bothering you? Nothing. She tried to pull her hands back, but he held them tighter. I am not blind, Vian. I have been noticing you behaving different. Your eyes are sad. Tell me what is the problem. He asked ever so softly that her eyes brimmed with tears. Why are you not announcing our marriage? Vian, we already talked about this. I had my reasons and you agreed to it. But it's been more than a year. Vian tried. She took her hands back from his hold and stood up. No, are you ashamed of me? Wine, calm down. He stood along with her and tried to calm her crying figure. No, I won't. Tell me, why are you not making our marriage known? Wine, listen. Are you double timing me? You like to roam with those actresses, didn't you? When? He roared, making her flinch, and then she realized what she had spat in anger. Jimin, she whispered in a broken voice and tried to hold his hand, but he stepped back. He showed his palm and looked at her. His eyes held hurt and pain. I'm done with this conversation. With that, he stormed out of the room, shutting the door loudly. Vine fell on her knees and cried harder. She didn't want this. She never ever wanted to hurt him, let alone accusing him of something this low. I am sorry, she mumbled, crying harder. After some time, she calmed herself and went out looking for Jimin. She found him in the balcony. He was looking outside, leaning against the railing. She stepped closer to him and wrapped her arms around his torso, pressing her cheeks on his back. He made no movement. Are you angry? I am sorry, I didn't mean whatever I said. He sighed, turning around facing her. I know, and I am not angry. I am hurt. Your words hurted me. Tears dripped down her eyes again. I'm really sorry, Jimin. He pulled her in his arms and sat down on the couch, settling her on his lap. Shh, calm down. He stroked her hair and rubbed her back, letting her cry on his chest. After some time, she calmed down. She raised her head to look at him. He smiled, wiping her tears with his thumb. Feeling better? She nodded. Now, tell me what is going on in your brain. What is the reason of your sudden burst out? I saw the article about you and that new actress. You have seen hundreds of articles like this before, but what happened so suddenly? I don't know. I feel insecure. You don't need to feel insecure. You know that I love you, right? I know, but she's pretty and you are the most beautiful for me. He took a deep breath as he knew he had to comfort her, being careful with his words. These kind of things are normal for this profession I am in. I had already cleared it to you on day one, and also you agreed to keep our marriage private. Yeah, but I thought you are embarrassed of. I dare you to complete it, Pakivan. He stated sternly, making her look down. He held her chin and made her look at him. The day I felt embarrassed of you will be the day when pigs starting flying in the pink sky. I will rather die than ever think about it. I am sorry. You don't need to feel sorry. I need you to trust me. Talk it out with me before making any assumptions. Will you? She nodded and hugged him tightly. Do you still have doubts? No, I feel good and lightheaded. He kissed her head, planning something in his mind. Let's order something and watch a movie. Perfect. Go and select a movie. I have to make a call. She went from there being excited. Where are we going, Jimin? Somewhere. You have been saying it for the last 1 hour. But where are we going exactly? Wine, you'll see. Now stay silent and let me drive. She huffed and looked away, crossing her arms on her chest. Wine, wine, baby. What? Oh, someone is angry. Why are you not talking? You asked me to stay silent. I asked you to stay silent on where are we going, not completely silent. She groaned in annoyance and he chuckled, enjoying teasing her. After a few minutes, he stopped his car in front of a hotel. He got off the car and walked to her side, helping her getting off. Why are we here? You know you should be a reporter. You ask too many questions. Really? Thank you. She rolled her eyes, following him inside the hotel. His manager was waiting for them near the reception. Jimin and Wine greeted him. Is everything ready, Mr. Han? Yeah, let's go. He walked ahead with Wine and Jimin following him. Wine had a confused look. Jimin held her hand and gave it a squeeze. Relax. Okay, but what is happening? He chuckled at her clueless face. You will know, Ryan. Stop using your brain so hard. Whatever. Mr. Han halted in front of her door and signaled him through his eyes. Jimin turned to her. Ryan, stay here with Mr. Han. I'll call you after some time. Ryan nodded and he went inside, opening the door. Mr. Han, do you know what is happening? Press conference. Why? He wants to make a public announcement regarding your marriage. Meanwhile, as soon as he stepped inside, the auditorium filled with the camera flashes and sound of journalists. He greeted them and sat down on the chair. Everyone, please take your seats. The journalists sat there on their respective seats. Their cameramen were at the back holding their cameras carefully. What is the reason for this sudden press conference, Mr. Park? One of them said, while others agreed. I need to make an announcement. What announcement? Jimin took a deep breath and looked around at every person. I am married. One statement created a total chaos there. The journalists were now throwing questions after questions at him. Silence, everyone. I'll answer your questions, but let me complete first. I got married about 1 year ago to the girl I have been dating since high school. He went down the stage and went out. He came back with wine. Everyone, this is my wife, Park Wyan. He squeezed her hand in a comforting manner who was nervous. I had only loved one girl in my life, and that is her, and we are soon welcoming a new member in our family. Wyan looked at him with wide eyes, who was looking at the reporters with a smile. He looked at her with an assuring smile. We are expecting. Leaving her hand, he wrapped his arm around his waist. I want my fans to support me in my decision and respect my privacy. But why does no one know about your wedding? It was very intimate with our family members and some close ones. Why are you suddenly announcing it? I mean, why now? I have had enough of you people portraying me as a playboy. It was affecting my wife, so I had to do this. As you guys know that I am a committed man, please stop sipping me with any other woman. I don't appreciate it. Excuse us, everyone. My wife needs rest. Saying so, he pulled her along with him outside and to the car. He helped her sitting inside and settled on the driver's seat and started driving. Jimin, how did you? I saw the test stick in the bathroom cabinet. But why did you announce it? It's not confirmed. The reports are yet to come. I'm sure you are pregnant, and it's a girl for sure. How are you so sure? Father instincts? He shrugged, making her chuckle. Ryan, are you happy? She sighed and looked at him. I don't know, Jimin. I don't know how to feel about it. Just relax. We are in this together. It was night, and Ryan was sitting on the bed scrolling through social media. It was flooded with their pics and Jimin's interview. Few people were happy for them, but there were lots of hate comments on Ryan calling her with names. She was crying reading the comments. Jimin came inside with 2 cups of coffee but got worried seeing her crying. He placed the cup on the nightstand and sat beside her. He snatched the phone from her and read what she was reading. They hate me, Jimin. They are calling me names. They think that I don't deserve you. This is the reason why I was hiding everything. I was protecting you from the unnecessary hate and toxicity. But they come here. He pulled her in his arms and kissed her forehead. Don't think about these people, Ryan. Just know that I love you and you love me. It is enough for us. We don't need third person judgment. Crying is not good for you and the baby. Forget about everything and focus on us. He wiped her tears and packed her eyes. Stop crying on every single thing, or our baby will be like you, a cry baby. She whined and hit his shoulder. I'm not a crybaby. Okay, okay. Now have this hot coffee made by your hot husband. She smiled and both of them spent their time planning about their future.